California boasts one of the largest economies on the planet, but drive a few hours southeast of Los Angeles, and that manicured wealth abruptly stops. Out here in the deep Sonoran Desert, the physical environment is brutal and unforgiving. During World War II, the government built Camp Dunlap right here. They laid out organized tents and massive curved hangars for military training. Then they left. The government tore down the buildings and abandoned the site, leaving nothing behind but a grid of cracked concrete slabs baking in the sun. Over decades, those bare slabs became the foundation for a settlement operating entirely in a vacuum. There are no laws here, no property deeds, no taxes, no running water, and absolutely zero police presence. Surviving the landscape itself is a logistical nightmare. In the summer, temperatures hit a lethal 50 degrees Celsius, driving the population down to roughly 150 hardened residents. When the weather cools, thousands of seasonal snowbirds return to fill the empty spaces in the desert. It begs an obvious question. Inside the wealthiest nation on Earth, thousands of people are actively deciding to endure a deadly post-apocalyptic wasteland. Basic existence out here requires constant manual labor. Residents haul their own fresh water in massive plastic tanks. If you want electricity, you have to buy, install, and wire your own private solar panels. But the real cost of living completely off-grid is the immediate, unchecked danger. Desperate drug-addicted individuals, locally known as tweakers, roam the area. Arson is common. People have their vehicles damaged and their pets stolen for absolutely no reason. Daily routines are dictated by extreme paranoia and self-defense. To stop someone from siphoning their gasoline in the middle of the night, residents will deliberately parallel park their cars just inches away from solid walls. Then there is the threat from the outside. The neighboring active military base routinely conducts loud, highly dangerous bomb testing experiments, completely disregarding the civilian encampment right next door. Stripping away the state doesn't magically create a peaceful utopia. It creates an environment where every single individual is forced to become their own absolute authority and sole protector just to stay alive. Yet amidst the harsh conditions, an organic community infrastructure has taken root. Residents have built communal hubs like a free internet cafe powered by solar energy, and an anarchist library that operates entirely on donations, with zero membership rules or return dates. This raw freedom feeds profound artistic expression. Past this rusted, bullet-riddled metal sign lies East Jesus, a sprawling, collaborative sculpture garden constructed entirely out of scavenged trash, hardened mud, and burned-out vehicles. Right at the entrance to the city sits Salvation Mountain. A single homeless man named Leonard Knight spent 30 years building this massive monument out of mud and donated paint, simply to broadcast a message of universal love. For some, this extreme isolation provides a genuine sanctuary. Older residents actively choose this lifestyle to finally escape the crushing pressures of landlords, rent, and the rigid expectations of modern society. Removing all societal constraints acts as an amplifier. It creates a space where profound, uninhibited human expression and unchecked volatile danger exist side by side in their absolute purest forms. 600,000 individuals live homeless across the United States, equivalent to a major city without shelter. Layered over this is a compounding epidemic of alienation. A climbing trendline reveals the toll. Since 2000, 1 million fatal drug overdoses occurred nationwide. Severe wealth inequality and systemic neglect apply constant, crushing pressure on the bottom tier of society. Eventually, that pressure hits a breaking point, and citizens simply stop wanting to participate in the traditional system. Many of the people here have performed a grim calculation. They have looked at the reality of sleeping on cardboard in a major American city and decided that fighting for survival in a 50-degree lawless desert is the preferable alternative. If the core failures of the American system remain unaddressed, encampments like Slab City will multiply, spreading across the empty corners of the country.